Hello, and welcome to your really quick whole body stretch out that you can perform between massages. I'm Kim from Yoga by Kim, and today I'll be leading you through some really easy stretches, poses that you can do in your own home with or without a yoga mat. So you'll need no props for this class. So grab a towel or a mat and we'll begin. We're going to begin today's class in thread the needle. So just coming to a tabletop position, just ensuring that everything is properly aligned. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We're going to take a big breath in here and exhale. Inhale, we'll bring that right arm up to the sky, and exhale to thread it underneath the left elbow, allowing that right shoulder and right ear to come down to the mat. So your hips are still really high here. The tops of your feet are planted on your mat. You can either keep this left hand planted where it is or extend it out towards the front of your mat or towel. Now bring that left hand back, press up through it, lift your body, and extend that right arm back up to the sky, and exhale down to plant it right underneath that shoulder. So coming back to realign yourself again, inhale and exhale. Inhale to lift that left arm this time, and exhale to thread it underneath that right armpit, left ear, left shoulder, come down to the mat. And that right arm can stretch towards the front of the mat if you feel it. You're really pressing back through the center between your shoulder blades. Now bring that right hand back, press up through the right hand and extend the left arm high, coming back to tabletop. So from here, slowly begin to walk your hands forward on the mat until you find yourself down on your belly. We're coming into Sphinx pose here. So you want your elbows to be right underneath your shoulders and the palms of your hands planted firmly on the mat or the ground. You don't really want to lift to crank on that lower back. Just simply pull your chest forward. So rather than lifting up, you're pushing your chest towards the side of the room. Your shoulders come down away from your ears. Your feet plant firmly on the ground. Now slowly lower your body to the mat Move your hands down towards your rib cage and press back into tabletop position. We're going to come into a stretching child's pose. So your knees go wide and your big toes come together. Depending on how tight your hips are, that's going to affect how wide you want your knees to be here. So if you've got tight hips, you might find that having your knees closer together really works better for you in the hip area. But for kind of an average to a looser type of hip, you can have your knees wide and your big toes kissing, and you're slowly going to crawl your hands forward, keeping your hips as far back towards your heels as possible. So this is child's pose. And we're going to take about 5 breaths here. Your hands reach forward, your forehead reaches for the mat, but your arms stay up. Now lifting the head slightly, begin to walk the hands off to the left side of the mat. So you should feel that nice big stretch right from your right pinky finger right down to your right hip bone. And really focus on pressing that right hip back and extending that right pinky finger forward. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. The forehead can come back down to the ground. Press to lift the forehead up, and we're just going to walk our hands over to the opposite side now. So over to the left. That left pinky finger reaches, that left hip tracks down towards the heel, and we sink for 5 breaths. Inhale to lift. Exhale to walk the hands back to the center. And we're going to press ourselves up and then come back down onto our spines. So our backs and our head are on the mat. Our knees are bent and our feet are firmly planted. We're going to come into a supine figure 4 position. So this is a hip opener. So taking your right foot and just crossing the ankle over the left thigh. This might be enough for you. If you're feeling a pull in that thigh area, just stay here. But if you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, start to bring that leg package into the chest. Wrap your fingers around that left thigh and begin to just ease that whole leg package a little bit closer to your torso. We're going to stay here for about 15 breaths. So really focus on each exhale, trying to bring that leg package a little bit closer, just so that you feel sensation, not so that you feel pain. Inhale fully. exhale and release the hands and bring the legs back down to your mat, but keep this leg position. On your next exhale, start to bring that whole leg package towards the left side of the mat. So that right knee is going to stay facing up and the sole of the right foot plants on the mat as the left leg lies down. This is a great big IT band stretch. You can bring your arms wide or you can bring them into cactus. If this is feeling like it's not enough for you, you can always press a little bit on that top knee and just extend it away from the body, bringing more of a stretch in. We're going to stay here for 15 breaths. Inhale fully. Exhale to bring that whole leg package back up to center. Plant both of the feet and just slowly start to windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Just moving super slow. And then coming back up to center, we're going to do the very same thing on the opposite side. So bringing that left ankle to cross over the right thigh, staying here if that's enough for you, and also noticing the difference between your right and left side. This might be enough on this side. If you want to go a little bit deeper, we're going to go ahead and bring that whole leg package up towards the torso. Wrap the fingers around the thigh and breathe for 15 breaths here. Slowly moving that leg package in towards your body with each exhale, remembering that you're looking for sensation, not for pain. Inhale fully. Exhale to release the hands, lowering that whole leg package down. And then we're going to go ahead and twist over to the right side. So that left foot plants on the ground. The left knee points towards the ceiling or the back wall. Your arms can be out to the sides, straight in a T, or they can be at cactus. Remembering if you need a little bit more, you can always press on that top knee. You've got 15 breaths here. You should feel this right from your left armpit all the way down into your left thigh. Inhale fully. Exhale to bring the legs back up to center. Plant both the feet, and we'll come back to that windshield wipering of the knees back and forth. Coming up to center, hugging the knees into the chest and rocking back and forth, just kind of massaging the spine. Coming to still, rolling over to your right side and pressing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. And there you have it, a really quick full body stretch out that you can do anytime, any place in between your massages. Today has been brought to you by Wonders of Massage, and I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. Namaste.